from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
This morning, a victim is in critical condition after a shooting. Up next, what San Antonio police are saying about the suspect so far.
Plus, President Joe Biden talking about how the White House is responding to the Burning Man festival, that mess that we've been talking about in Nevada. Right now, we still know thousands of people are trapped in the conditions.
Guys, it's already 80 degrees at 4:30 this morning. Starting this Labor Day off hot, Sarah Spivey will have our holiday forecast for us in just a bit.
All right, good morning. As Sarah said, it is Labor Day. It is Monday. It is September 4th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So yesterday, got off work at like 11-ish. Did you guys make it out and about?
No.
No? Avoided the heat?
I stayed inside all day, Max.
Nice.
I had my AC set at 78. I had people over. I was like, oh, I better turn this down. It wouldn't go down. It was like set it to 72, and it was like so warm outside.
Yeah, it was our 67th 100-degree day yesterday, and today's going to make 68, guys. So yeah, no major cooling feelings for the unofficial end to summer here for us. It's just going to be hot. You'll notice, though, that this morning there are a little bit more clouds out there this morning and a touch more humidity, too. Outside, it's 81 degrees in San Antonio. Those winds are from the south, bringing in that Gulf of Mexico moisture. And when you look around San Antonio's surrounding areas, it's partly cloudy in New Braunfels and Seguin, partly cloudy in Pleasanton, 81 in New Braunfels, 77 in Seguin, and 79 in Pleasanton. For the day today, a lot of people, if you're waking up right now on Labor Day, you might even be getting a brisket ready for the day. So as you're planning your forecast for today, outside it's going to be partly cloudy at 83, 10 o'clock, and it's going to be around noon, 91 degrees, 100 for the high temperature today. Hey, coming up in the forecast, this weather pattern is pretty stagnant for the first full week of September, but I've got a look ahead for you, get you ready as you're heading back to work later on this week. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. This morning, one man is in the hospital and the suspect on the loose after a shooting yesterday. This happened at a home on the 1800 block of West Laurel Street, just a few blocks west of I-10. And police say this isn't the first time they've been called to that location. So an officer at the scene says they've been called there several times, even once last week. The incident happened after a 24-year-old man was asked to leave the home and he refused. So that's when police say an argument ensued and someone at the home pulled a gun and shot the victim in the back. The shooter took off and police still haven't tracked that person down. That victim is in critical condition.
None of the latest in that manhunt for a convicted killer after he was able to escape from prison.
Authorities in one community outside Philadelphia are telling people to lock their doors after the man was seen on a home surveillance video. ABC's Derek Dennis has a story.
This morning, a massive manhunt in the air and on the ground for Pennsylvania prison escapee Danilo Cavalcante, on the run since he broke out of the Chester County Prison last Thursday morning, at the time considered extremely dangerous.
Remain inside. Lock your doors. Lock your cars.
Authorities say Cavalcante escaped exactly 1 week after he was sentenced to life without parole for the stabbing death of his ex-girlfriend, Deborah Brandow, 38 times in front of her 2 young children. The search focusing on a rural residential area in suburban Pecopson Township, about 38 miles southwest of Philadelphia and about 1.5 miles from the prison. It's where investigators believe he's hiding out.
It's a heavily wooded area consisting of over 271 homes. And it's not easy for our investigators to get through.
Cavalcante was last seen early Saturday on a home surveillance camera tiptoeing through someone's backyard. This was his last spotting, though authorities say there were more than 100 tips related to his possible whereabouts, including a number of home break-ins that Cavalcante may have carried out.
I just can't believe it, and I really hope that they catch him soon. I hope everybody's paying attention and locking their doors and staying alert.
Prison officials say they're still investigating how Cavalcante escaped, but they don't believe he had any help. In that surveillance video, he was seen with a backpack, though authorities say they don't know how he got it or what's in it. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Well, the 2023 Burning Man Festival got pounded with severe weather over the weekend. And in the aftermath, we're now seeing ankle-deep mud for roughly 70,000 people. The location of the annual event, the Black Rock Desert. And they received 2 to 3 months worth of rain in 2 to 3 days. At one point, festival officials, they were stopping people from entering or even exiting the area. Many of those trapped, they lent a hand to those in need. Now, the Pershing County Sheriff's Office even releasing a statement saying that they're investigating a death that occurred during the rainstorms. Relatives of the victims have been notified. According to a White House official, the White House is getting involved here. President Joe Biden, he's been briefed on the situation. The administration now working with Nevada state and even local officials. The highlight of the event, the man burn couldn't take place last night. It was originally scheduled due to weather conditions. Now set to take place tonight.
Lawmakers are in a race against time to avoid a government shutdown by the end of the month. The Senate and House have just a few weeks to resolve major differences over funding the federal government. Republican hardliners in the House could end up forcing the White House and Senate to either accept a slew of conservative priorities or risk a debilitating government shutdown. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is urging his GOP colleagues to back a short-term spending deal to avoid the shutdown.
And 4 astronauts are back on Earth after a 6-month stay at the International Space Station. Their SpaceX capsule parachuting into the Atlantic early this morning right off the coast of Florida. Now returning 2 NASA astronauts, one from Russia and another from the United Arab Emirates. Before departing the space station, they said they were craving hot showers, steaming coffee, aren't we all? SpaceX launched their replacements over a week ago. Another crew swap will occur later this month with a long-awaited homecoming of 3 astronauts who have been up there for an entire year. Their stay was doubled after their capsule leaked and a new craft had to be launched.
So I'm assuming they don't get hot showers?
They do get hot showers. Once they get home, they get the hot showers, they get the hot coffee.
Well, but when you're at the space station?
Oh, you mean the ones that are going back up?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a year. I don't know how that works.
Oh my gosh.
But I'd be willing to do a live shot in there.
It's like camping in space.
Camping? Oh, you like
For
that?
a year? No.
I don't know.
I'm good on Earth.
Yeah, that's fair. Time now, 4:37, already 80 degrees.
Up next, as we continue to deal with the hot summer heat, how the San Antonio area has federal safeguards in place to make sure our local creatures don't die off in this extreme drought.
And we know Labor Day weekend, one of the busiest times of year for travel. Taking a live look out at the roadways. We're already seeing people out there. 410 in Marbach. All right, here we go. You can see 1604 on Spurs Ranch Road. People are out and about, maybe trying to beat the traffic, beat the heat. If anything pops up, we will keep you posted.
80 degrees already at 4:37. Another triple-digit day. More triple digits this week, according to Sarah Spivey. She'll have our forecast when we come back.
Well, welcome back. We've been talking about the heat, talking about the drought here in San Antonio. Biologists now on high alert after that ongoing drought. It's dried up several rivers, and now a lot of animals, they could be losing their homes.
So fortunately, the San Antonio area has federal safeguards in place to make sure those creatures, they don't die off in this extreme drought.
May Juarez tells us how we can do our part, protect these rare species.
Caetano Rochelle paddleboards at the San Marcos River daily, and he's noticed the drought take its toll.
Well, for the first time ever, my paddleboard roughed up the rocks.
Less water, less flow in the river also means less space for critters living underwater.
So as the water retreats, essentially the animals retreat with it.
The Edwards Aquifer Authority Refugia program breeds and houses endangered species in San Marcos, just in case the species dies off in a catastrophic event like a severe drought.
This drought is affecting endangered species, but not to catastrophic levels.
Biologists aren't worried about the Texas blind salamander for now because it hides in the Edwards Aquifer. Scientists are growing concerned for the fountain darterfish, known for hiding and darting around. When water flow is low like it is now, water temperatures can rise, algae can grow, ultimately affecting the plants that the fountain darters call home.
These changing conditions can really impact fountain darters because it's reducing available habitat, it's reducing the types of plants that they associate with, and potentially reducing things like food and oxygen availability.
The Texas wild rice is exclusive to the San Marcos River, but now it has less space to spread its long green tentacles.
Because water levels are so low, it's a lot easier for more people to stand in the river. But if you're tubing, swimming, or standing, be sure not to pull on or step on any of this Texas wild rice.
And if you're running in it, you're basically running through their house.
Camila Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
So hi.
Hi.
Sarah, come on in.
Come in the middle.
Sarah,
right on over here.
You've done this story many times.
Yeah, so we have got a wonderful explainer all about the Edwards Aquifer. It's a KSAT explains the Edwards Aquifer. The reason we have watering restrictions, the reason why we have watering limits is because of those endangered species, because they need flowing springs in order to survive. So check it out on KSAT.com. KSAT explains Edwards Aquifer. The whole thing is on YouTube too.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. At 4:43, already 80 degrees.
Tracking sharks by air. So up next, we're getting up close access to a shark detection operation that uses drones to police the waters.
Not a Sharknado. All right, the community coming together to provide food to military families in need. How successful this was, we're gonna have the details next.
With millions headed to the beach today, right along with lifeguards monitoring sharks, ABC's Ariel Reshef has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, tracking sharks by air and by water. GMA getting up-close access to shark detection operations at New York's Jones Beach, using drones to police the waters.
I would say hands down the drone has played the most important role in our identification of dangerous marine life. Being able to confirm and see without question that there are sharks in the area, it's a game changer.
And it's not just by air. Officials are also monitoring waters by jet ski.
It gives us a different and additional, vantage point to be able to see what's going on in the water.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you what these lifeguards have learned so far and their important tips before you enjoy that Labor Day visit to the beach. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
All right, well, this past week, the Grunt Style Foundation held a food drive helping more than 500 military families around our city.
At the Grunt Style HQ, which is on Broadway, they hosted a special food deployment for veterans and their families, handing out close to 42,000 pounds of food. They partnered with other nonprofits like Soldiers Angels and Irreverent Soldiers, all in an effort to combat food insecurity for our military families.
Greater than 1 in 3 families in the United States military right now are food insecure. We believe at the Grunt Style Foundation that the war fighters should not be worried about putting food on the table.
Apart from food, they also handed out household cleaning products and other essentials.
All right, we know today is one of the most traveled holidays of the year, but again, it is 4:47 on a holiday Monday, so not too many people out and about just yet. If you do have things to do, if you're starting your week with us, first off, good morning. Second of all, try to do it early, beat the heat, because Sarah, you're saying we're setting a record, not necessarily how intense the heat is, just the longevity.
Absolutely. Today was going to be 68 100-degree days. We're going to continue the record of the most 100-degree days in a year. Now, a lot of people waking up with us this early on a holiday are either A, in agriculture, and they're feeling the effects of the drought. Good morning.
We love our local farmers and ranchers.
Yes.
B, shift workers having to work a holiday. Sorry, we're working.
Shout out.
Or C, you're putting a brisket on.
Oh, I
You're
like
starting
that
to smoke
one.
that brisket.
We accept leftovers.
Yeah, we do.
Or just brisket.
Yeah, we just
before
love
it's
brisket.
leftovers.
Sure.
That makes sense too. But either way, it's going to be a hot day across South Central Texas. Right now outside, it's 74 in Kerrville, 78 in Hondo. Good morning in San Antonio, 81 degrees, 80 in New Braunfels, 81 in Del Rio, and 80 in Cotulla. Now, you'll notice as you step outside this morning, there's a little bit more cloud cover and it's a little bit more humid outside. Dew points this morning are in the 70s. Overnight, we had a breezy wind from the south, bringing in that Gulf of Mexico moisture. And that's what's allowed us to feel a little bit more humid this afternoon. But here's the good news. Dew points are going to come down this afternoon during the peak heat of the day. You can see that here in the Futurecast. Dew points right around 6 o'clock, 5-6, when we expect our highest heat. Dew points are going to be in the 60s and 50s, which really isn't too bad out there. So no major heat index value. Take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. We've got mostly cloudy skies out there right now, but even by 10, things are going to be clearing for us. It'll be mostly sunny and 91 degrees at noon. And for the afternoon high, 100 degrees. We'll have south winds at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. During the day, not too much of a breeze, but in the evening tonight, we will be seeing those winds pick up. I'll show you that in just a bit. As far as neighborhood highs go, though, 100 in Canyon Lake, 101 in Hondo, 103 in Carrizo Springs, 103 in Del Rio. It's only going to be 99 in Kerrville. That's still well above average. 99 in Bernie and Bulverde, 101 in New Braunfels, 100 in Seguin, 101 in Devine, 101 in Hondo, 100 in Utopia, and 100 in Los Maples. So as I was mentioning, during the day today, winds will be from the south at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, but it's closer to sunset and afterwards that we're actually going to see gusts of up to 25, perhaps even 30 miles per hour. So if you have any late night plans tonight outside, be prepared for those gusty conditions. All right, busy travel day across the nation. There's still a lot of rain across parts of Utah, Nevada, Idaho. That's where the main rain energy is today. Otherwise, across a good portion of the United States, it's going to be hot for this Labor Day. There is a low pressure system right over Dallas. It's not really going to bring much rain to East Texas today, so traveling along the roads of Texas should be fine today. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that this is going to increase fire danger across the state because winds are going to be a little bit higher. So high fire danger for most of the state, including here in San Antonio. Very high fire danger up close to areas near to Fredericksburg, Blanco, Austin in that orange color. And then we're just stuck in a rut with the weather pattern. I mean, this entire first full week of September, our highs are only going to be near 100, actually around San Antonio. So very, very hot for the first full week of September. There is a slight indication that maybe we'll see some rain on Sunday and early Monday next week, but it is too soon to give you any kind of real deal hope for rain in San Antonio this far out.
Turn a little optimistic. Did you do anything to kind of celebrate Labor Day weekend?
I had some friends over yesterday.
Nice.
It was pretty fun.
Okay.
We just fitted our grill with grills, more grills, and so we haven't really been able to break it in yet. I'm hoping to maybe later on this afternoon.
Okay, we talking burgers, steaks?
Burgers.
Let's go. All right.
Lovely.
Time. Again, leftovers.
Michael,
accepted.
I hope you're sleeping, husband, but burgers this afternoon.
Time now, 4:52, 80 degrees. All right, up next, a first look at a wildly popular anime series that has now become a live-action adventure on Netflix.
All right, let's take a look at your lotto numbers. Pick 3, 5, 7, 1, Fireball 9, Bailey 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, Fireball 2, Cash 5, 2, 10, 15, 28, and 34.
Your lotto Texas 2, 18, 37, 39, 52, 54. Here we go. Powerball 25, 38, 42, 66, 67. Powerball 19. Power Play 4. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. All right, a wildly popular Japanese series called One Piece, now adapted into a live-action adventure, and you can watch it on Netflix.
CNN's Rick Damigella reports on why there are so many fans of this franchise.
Why would anyone want to be a pirate? This is the best thing there is. Wind in your back. Salty sea air.
The Straw Hat Pirates are now live-action characters in Netflix's adaptation of One Piece, based on the Japanese manga and anime series.
So what do you say? Are you with me? Mutiny.
If we're going to do a live-action version, we've got to know why we're doing it. We've got to feel like we're adding something to the canon, not just replicating what already exists.
This crew, our crew, can handle anything.
The truth is, when you put 2D into 3D, what you're doing is you're dimensionalizing the characters. In 2D, you put pen to paper, you can draw whatever you want. You can have figures that do crazy, mad, wonderful things, and that's why we love One Piece. As soon as you decide to do a live-action version of it, you've got to give them an emotional life. You've got to give them a backstory. That's what the third dimension does.
It's ready! What is it? Or Jolly Roger.
Relative newcomer Iñaki Godoy leads the crew.
It's quite an incredible achievement for a young actor who was only 18 to lead an ensemble like that, to come onto set every day, he is full of enthusiasm and positivity, just like Luffy is.
I'm Monkey D. Luffy. And I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
I also want to be king of the pirates.
You are king of the pirates.
Are you the pirates?
No, I'm the queen.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair.
Time now, 4:57, 80 degrees.
Up next on GMSA, hair discrimination is now outlawed in schools and workplace across the state of Texas. And even though it's a victory for many, why those who advocated for the law say they still want more to be done at the local level.
Plus, thousands of festival goers still trying to get out of the mud, literally and metaphorically. All this unfolding in the northern Nevada desert. Up next, how the White House is now getting involved.
Ahead on GMSA at 6, as most of us celebrate Labor Day, there's plenty of labor unrest across several industries. We'll check out the strikes going on from Hollywood to America's heartland.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City on the roadways. We know Labor Day, a lot of people out and about. Roads look clear right now, so if you do have things to do, errands, travel, do it early. Beat the traffic, beat the heat. If anything pops up, we'll keep you posted.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
I'm ABC's M. Wynn in Washington. President Biden is now briefed on the Burning Man Festival, which was rained out this weekend, trapping thousands of people in a northern desert in Nevada. The latest coming up.
And back here at home, we could use some of that rain, to be honest. 80 degrees right now. What is the rest of your Labor Day weekend going to look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is 5:01 this morning. It is Labor Day, so thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day. Although I will assume for a lot of you, if you're awake at 5 a.m. on Labor Day, you're probably laboring.
You're definitely laboring like us, so good morning.
Good morning. We got a lot to talk about, but one of the big things we need to talk about, the weather, Sarah Spivey.
Absolutely. You know, it's going to be another hot day, very similar to yesterday. In fact, almost a carbon copy of yesterday's forecast with a couple of exceptions. It's a little bit more humid out there this morning, and we've got a few more clouds too. Outside right now at the airport, it is 80 degrees, winds from the south at about 10 miles per hour. Already starting the day with a heat index. It already feels like it's 85 outside. Feels like it's 75 in Bernie, 77 in Rio Medina, 75 in Bandera. Good morning in New Braunfels, where it's 80 degrees. A lot of people are going to be floating the Comal out in New Braunfels today. But here's the thing. The Comal River is running so slow. What usually takes an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes to float, now going to be taking about 3.5 to 4 hours because of the low stream flow there at the Comal. 74 in Kerrville, 73 in Uvalde. It's 78 in Devine and 78 in Hondo. A lot of people going to be enjoying some time by the pool today. It's going to be a hot one with mostly sunny skies. Around noon, 91, 100 for the high temperature. And regardless of if you're enjoying some time outside because you're working or relaxing, that UV index is going to be high today. Skin damage time within 15 minutes or less. So please use caution. Coming up in the forecast, we'll talk about the first full week of September feeling anything but like fall. Those details ahead in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Taking a live look out at the roadways. Like we've been saying, we expect a lot of travel, but it hasn't kicked up just yet. Again, it is 5 a.m. on Labor Day, so not too many people out and about. If you do have errands to run, do them early. Beat the heat like Sarah was talking about, and beat the traffic.
We do have some breaking news to get to. Happening now, firefighters are on the scene of a fire in the 800 block of Creighton. That's near Quintana Road on the city's southwest side. This is a live look from our photojournalist Santiago. Fire crews arrived to find flames on the back of this home that you're looking at. It took them a while to get that fire out because it spread to the attic. At this point, no injuries have been reported. However, crews remain on scene to make sure the fire stays out. We'll keep you updated on air and online as more develops out of the situation.
Also new this morning, we now know one woman was shot while she was just driving along a west side San Antonio street. We'll take a look. This all happened around 10:30 last night. This is near the intersection of Culebra and North Sabinas. It's not too far from I-10. Police on the scene telling us a woman was driving a pickup truck on Culebra. That's when a bullet was shot through her door. It hit her in both legs. 2 other people were inside the car at the time as well. That woman taken to the hospital. No word on the official condition. No other injuries to anyone else were reported. Police still investigating, working to figure out what exactly happened, why it happened, and who was responsible.
A Northside ISD District 3 trustee is facing a charge of driving while intoxicated. So an affidavit that we were able to obtain, we now know the details of what led up to Dr. Carla Duran's arrest over the weekend. So several traffic violations were noted, including not having a rear headlight, swerving on and off the roads, and at one point almost hitting a concrete barrier on I-10. The arresting officer says they smelled alcohol. Her speech was confusing. Police say that she refused a breathalyzer and blood test after she wasn't able to follow the instructions of a field sobriety test. An NISD official says they have no information on the arrest.
Well, a new law taking effect this weekend across the state of Texas.
So hair discrimination is now outlawed in schools and workplaces in Texas. Our Avery Everett talked with some of those who advocated for the law, who say this conversation is far from over.
Having the Crown Act passed, I felt like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders, being able to freely express myself.
The start of September brings a sigh of relief to 16-year-old Nevaeh Sage.
Growing up as a black girl, my hair was always being discriminated against. I've always been shied away from wearing my natural hair out in public.
House Bill 567 bans race-based hair discrimination at work, in school, and in housing policies across Texas. And it took effect on Friday.
Future generations get to grow up in a world where their natural hair isn't described as unprofessional or distracting. They get to embrace it and love it and do whatever they want with it without being reprimanded.
These 4 San Antonio teenagers are just some of the advocates who pushed for this law. They're all a part of the Lemonade Circle, a nonprofit empowering women of color in South Central Texas.
There was a lot of joy and excitement and gratitude to be a part of something.
Since 2019, the Crown Act has been a proposal hoping to end hair discrimination for natural protected styles. After this weekend, 23 states have laws in place to do just that.
Whether you're in schools, you're in the workplace, or out in the open community, we're going to make sure you have a place. And it's appreciated.
Moving forward, the question is, how will this law be implemented on the ground?
They say it's a weekend for celebration.
I never thought something that we did would impact our community this much, but it did.
But looking ahead, acknowledging still work to be done.
Imagine how big it would be if everybody in San Antonio knew what the Crown Act was, how important it is to not only them, but to their children, to their community.
That law took effect across the state on Friday, but those advocates that we spoke with say they want to see this language banning hair discrimination at the city level too as an ordinance. They say that's their next point of action. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. This morning, thousands of people still trapped at the Burning Man Festival in Nevada after torrential downpours turned the northern desert site into a muddy mess.
At least one person has died during the rainout event, according to local authorities. And as ABC's M. Nguyen reports, the White House says it's closely monitoring the situation.
This morning in the Black Rock Desert of Nevada, unusually late summer rainstorms turned the week-long Burning Man Festival into a muddy mess, leaving tens of thousands of people stranded. The Pershing County Sheriff's Office saying one person has died. That death is under investigation. The torrential downpour forcing partygoers to take shelter this weekend, some trudging through muck with plastic bags on their feet. Revelers were told by officials to conserve food and water.
We're almost running out of the gasoline, so that's why in the daytime we mostly stay without electricity.
The conditions making traveling in and out of the area unfeasible. This video posted on social media by music producer Diplo shows him hitching a ride out of the festival Saturday with comedian Chris Rock after they walked 5 miles in the mud out of Burning Man. Despite that, spirits remain high for some partygoers on site.
This is the best burn ever. Seriously, this has given us the opportunity to rise to radical self-reliance and to support each other in the community, and I'm having the best time.
The annual counterculture celebration, happening about 100 miles north of Reno, attracts nearly 80,000 artists, musicians, and activists. Organizers have had to cancel the festival before due to COVID-19 and dust storms. The White House says President Biden is monitoring the situation closely. Burning Man organizers say it's not clear when the roads will be dry enough to navigate, but they say they're hopeful to resume plans for the festival tonight, weather permitting. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
They're continuing the festival.
They're continuing the festival.
Wow.
It seemed like some people were still having a good time.
I mean, I think those are the people that had the RVs.
That's fair.
But if
It's
you're
more like glamping.
right, if you're in a tent, though.
Yeah, it seems like my own personal nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, time now, 5:10, 80 degrees.
A report shows that Apple was close to announcing a 14-inch iPad this year, but decided to shelve the idea. We'll tell you what Apple is releasing instead.
I hope we're talking about the new expensive iPhone. And when I say expensive, I mean like super expensive.
Okay.
All right, an unforgettable moment for the mother of a Robb Elementary shooting victim. Up next, how a popular Mexican pop rock band honored her over the weekend.
Oh, it's going to be a very hot Labor Day, 80 degrees. Sarah Spivey says we are reaching triple-digit temps again today, and probably again and again and again this week. She'll have her forecast if we come back.
Morning, welcome back. A touching and unforgettable moment for the mother of a Robb Elementary shooting victim, Maita Rodriguez.
So during a San Antonio show this past weekend, the pop up to the stage to be honored and serenaded. It was a huge surprise for her, who was clearly both emotional and grateful. She said any honor like this just brings more attention to her fight for change.
Although she's not here, I am, and I will never stop. I will make sure her legacy continues, and I will always fight for her.
She was able to meet the band behind the scenes. Turns out Maita and the band's front man both loved turtles.
That is an amazing moment. And
so touching.
So emotional. All right, time now, 5:15, 80 degrees.
Up next, a first look at a new video game handheld console that will be a new rival to the Steam Deck and Nintendo Switch.
Big change from Game Boys. Plus, why Tesla cutting costs of its self-driving software in several models of their vehicles.
From big cities to small towns and on main streets across the U.S., you'll find PNC Bank, helping businesses both large and small, communities, and the people who live and work there grow and thrive. We're proud to call these places home, too. They're where we put down roots, and where together we work to help move everyone's financial goals forward. PNC Bank.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Special K is oven toasted to crisp perfection, then tossed with yogurty goodness. Or maybe some red berries. Special K in so many craveable varieties, so you can do what's delicious.
In today's Tech Bites, a new handheld gaming PC. Lenovo has introduced the Legion Go, which can run computer games right in the palm of your hand. It's set to rival the popular Steam Deck. Lenovo's entry also has detachable controllers similar to the Nintendo Switch. The Go is available next month for $700. Apple reportedly came close to releasing a 14-inch iPad this year before scrapping the plan. According to Bloomberg, a major hurdle was making the switch from LCD to OLED displays, which are considerably more expensive for larger screens. Finally, Tesla has slashed prices on its Model S and Model X for the third time this year. The base price for the S is now about $75,000 and about $80,000 for the X. That means the X now qualifies for a tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act. And here I thought Teslas would want to charge more. Those are your Tech Bites.
Sometimes I get
Sometimes
I get his puns and sometimes I don't.
That was a good one. I mean,
I got it.
It wasn't
but
humorous,
it's always
but it
like,
made sense. Yeah.
It's like the dad joke that you're just like anticipating.
I think dad jokes are allowed before 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, Max, I expect one.
I had one earlier, but wasn't on air.
Okay.
Sarah had a nightmare, and I was like, it was about bears. I said, oh, it was a very bad dream.
I had a berry.
But yes, I got to laugh. Sympathy laugh, and I'll take it.
Jamie's laughing over there. She's giving you the sympathy laugh.
I'll take it. All right, we can get all the sympathy we want because another triple-digit day, Sarah.
Yeah, but first I guess we're going to take a look outside on the road. This is 90 at Military, and you can see very little people out there this morning, in spite of the fact that it is going to eventually be one of the busier travel days of the year, and we will keep you posted on that. Now we're going to talk about the weather.
There we go.
80 degrees outside in San Antonio, 74 in Kerrville, 72 in Rock Springs, 79 in Cotulla, 78 in Gonzales. It is humid though out there this morning. Dew points are in the 70s. That is at the top of the humidity scale. You know, overnight we had a stout wind from the south pulling in that Gulf of Mexico humidity, and this would normally be an issue if it occurred during the peak heat of the day, but humidity is actually going to come down as it gets hotter outside, which is good news for us because who wants a heat index on Labor Day? It's going to be 100 degrees and it's going to feel like it. Dew points are going to be in the 50s and 60s, which isn't too bad for this time of year. So taking you through your KSAT 12-hour forecast, mostly cloudy skies out there right now, but we will be looking at clearing skies. By 10, it's going to be 83 and partly cloudy. By noon, 91 and mostly sunny. High UV index today, high temperature of 100. The 68th time we've done that this year, so impressively hot all year long. We'll have a few cumulus clouds this afternoon, but it's generally going to be a quiet and hot day. Neighborhood highs this Labor Day: 103 in Del Rio, 103 Cotulla, 101 Gonzales, 100 Canyon Lake, and 100 in San Antonio, 99 in Bernie and Bulverde, 98 in Helotes. Those extra few feet of elevation end up shaving off a couple of degrees from that afternoon high. 101 in Divine, 102 in Nixon Smiley, and 102 in Floresville. Now, for most of the day, we'll have a wind from the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. But late tonight, especially closer to sunset, so if you have a late night grill out or a cookout planned, know that it will be getting breezy closer to sunset. So be aware of that. Gusts up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. In the weather setup across the nation, still a lot of rain for parts of the upper Rockies and areas like Idaho, Utah, seeing a lot of rain. This is that same system that created all that flooding for that Burning Man festival that we've been talking about. Meanwhile, around Texas, it is fairly quiet. There's an upper level low near the Dallas area, bringing some rain to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is going to be moving off to the north and to the east, though. But because of the pressure difference here, there's going to be extended fire danger from Lubbock to Dallas, down to Waco and Austin. That's where the very high fire danger will be today. I'm going to be watching carefully to see if we start to see any fires go off. We can see that on satellite imagery. I'll report on that throughout the day. But just a reminder that fire danger remains high for San Antonio, too. That's what this orange color is. Out to Del Rio as well. A lot of people going to be grilling out today, so just be very aware of your surroundings. Let's do our part to avoid creating and spreading grass fires. Fully extinguish cigarettes today before discarding them. Highs will be near 100 every single day of this upcoming week, as we had the first full week of September. Hey guys, there's going to be a lot of people out on local area lakes as well. So coming up, I've got to look at those lake levels. It's pretty grim because of the exceptional and extreme drought.
Be safe out there today.
Absolutely.
All right, time now, 5:24, 80 degrees.
It really hasn't been a cruel of a summer for Taylor Swift. Up next, the latest of her songs to hit 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Now for a look at some of the headlines from the world of entertainment.
Here's CNN's Douglas Hyde with the Hollywood Minute.
A cruel summer? Not for Taylor Swift. She's had a wildly successful tour, record-breaking advance sales for her upcoming concert film, and here's some more good news. Spotify just announced that her 2019 hit Cruel Summer has surpassed a staggering 1 billion streams. Cruel Summer becomes the 5th Taylor Swift song to hit the billion-stream mark.
Trying to stay out of trouble all winter, spring, summer, and fall.
We now know that Jimmy Buffett was fighting Merkel cell skin cancer at the time of his death. According to an update from his official website, Buffett had the disease for 4 years and continued to perform during treatment. The beloved singer-songwriter passed away September 1st at the age of 76. Thousands were stranded after heavy rains left the Burning Man Arts and Music Festival a muddy mess. But Chris Rock and Diplo managed to find a way out. The DJ posted video of their escape, which saw them trekking over 6 miles before some kind fans gave them a lift in a pickup truck. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Chris Rock looked happy.
No, we did not. Poor guy, miserable conditions.
Yeah, not great. Time now, just about 5:29, 80 degrees.
It's been a muddy mess at this year's Burning Man Festival in Nevada that left many people trapped. Why the president is now getting involved.
And as mentioned earlier, according to the website for Jimmy Buffett, the 76-year-old died of a rare aggressive skin cancer. Up next, why it tends to spread quickly and the factors that can really put you at risk.
And ahead on GMSA at 6, there's a lot of new laws in Texas that went into effect after this weekend. We're getting you caught up on some important ones, looking to keep roads clear of so-called street takeovers.
Making headlines this morning, severe rain at this year's Burning Man Festival in Nevada, leaving tens of thousands of people stranded in knee-deep mud.
So much water. We are flooded.
Up next, how those who were trapped were actually able to get out.
79 degrees at 5:32 this morning. Another triple-digit day for this holiday. Honestly, a couple more triple-digit days. Actually, more than a couple more triple-digit days in our forecast. Sarah Spivey will explain in just a bit.
All right, good morning. 5:32 this morning. Hey, look, it dipped below 80 degrees. Big win.
Is that accurate? Because I know sometimes it's...
Yeah, I think that's accurate. Still at the airport, we're registering 80 degrees, but between that reading at 5 and now, I think 79 makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad.
Low of the day.
Right, but hey, a lot of people are going to be out and about, maybe on local area lakes. So I just like to remind everybody that the area lakes are very low. In fact, Canyon Lake at only 68% full is at a record low. So keep that in mind as you're boating today, because there are definitely going to be objects, plant life that's exposed, that's usually covered by water. Of course, we know Medina Lake is suffering the worst, only 4% full right now, 86 feet below the conservation pool. Amistad out closer to Del Rio, about 36% full, and Choke Canyon south of San Antonio, about 28% full. So whatever you're doing this Labor Day, I hope you enjoyed the day. It is a little bit cloudier as we're starting day and look out at the airport right now. It's 80 degrees in San Antonio, 81% humidity. We're seeing 80 in New Braunfels. Good morning in Seguin. We're at 76, 75 in Bernie, and 74 in Kerrville. Definitely noticeably humid out there right now, but that dew point and those humidity levels are going to come down in the afternoon. So when we look at your Labor Day, there is going to be high fire danger today. There's tons of fuel out there for grass fires. Very dry and crunchy outside. 83 degrees at 10, 91 at noon, 100 degrees in San Antonio this afternoon for the high. We'll have south winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusts up to about 20. Coming up, that dreaded heat high, yeah, it's coming back. I'll show you what that means for our forecast in just a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Let's take a look outside with the roads at 5:34 this morning. A little more traffic on the roads at 37 and US 181. It is Labor Day. We know later on today a lot of people will be traveling. Please be safe out there.
All right, happening right now. Firefighters on the scene of a fire in the 800 block of Creighton. That's their Quintana Road. This is the southwest side, so this is a live look. Santiago, our photojournalist, out on the scene. Fire crews arrived to find flames at the back of this home. It took them a while to get the fire out. Now it spread to the attic. Luckily, no injuries reported. We know 7 crews still there right now, trying to make sure nothing sparks back up. We expect more information from the fire department through the morning, so stay with us on air and online. As we've been saying, millions of Americans enjoying this Labor Day weekend with family, friends, and a lot of good food.
But that's not the case for about 70,000 people who've been stranded in Nevada. As CNN's John Lawrence reports, the annual Burning Man Festival got soaked by major rains, trapping tens of thousands of people in Black Rock Desert.
So much water. We are flooded.
The 2023 Burning Man Festival got pounded with severe weather over the weekend, leaving behind ankle-deep mud for roughly 70,000 attendees.
Here's what it looks like on your feet. It's horrible. Everything is wet. Everything is muddy.
The location of the annual event, the Black Rock Desert, received 2 to 3 months worth of rain Friday and Saturday.
We're going to be stuck here at least a couple days. This is nuts.
At one point, festival officials were stopping people from entering or exiting the area, but many of those trapped lent a hand to those in need.
Everybody was being really wonderful. It's a great community. People were helping each other, offering food and water and shelter to those who needed it. And if anything, I think it probably made the core community a lot stronger.
The Pershing County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying it is investigating a death that occurred during the rainstorm, and relatives of the victim have been notified. According to a White House official, President Joe Biden has been briefed on the matter, and the administration is working with state and local officials. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
All right, in Galveston, a Labor Day weekend party ended with 2 people dead, many more even injured. Police say it all happened at an Airbnb rental house. Dozens of people were at home at the time. Detectives not naming the 2 men who were killed, but their families have been notified. Still unclear if there was only one shooter or multiple suspects. Still, no arrests have been made. The owner of the house says it was the first time they've actually rented it out as an Airbnb.
Well, Pope Francis wrapped up the first ever papal visit to Mongolia today. During his time in Mongolia, Francis inaugurated a church-run homeless clinic and shelter, insisting that such initiatives aren't aimed at winning converts, but are simply exercises in Christian charity. The pontiff ministered to one of the world's smallest and newest Catholic communities and highlighted Mongolia's tradition of tolerance in a region where the Holy One sees relations with neighboring China and Russia are often strained. Beijing's crackdown on religious minorities has been a constant backdrop to the trip, even though the Vatican hopes to focus attention instead on Mongolia and its 1,450 Catholics in the region.
Time now, 5:38, 79 degrees.
Up next, Jimmy Buffett passed away over the weekend at the age of 76 due to an aggressive form of skin cancer. Up next, what you need to know about Merkel cell carcinoma and the risk factors.
And back here at home, taking a live look out at the Alamo City. All right, 79 degrees now. We are starting to see cars on the roads a little bit more. People out and about, maybe trying to beat the heat, trying to beat traffic on one of the most traveled days of the year. If anything pops up, we'll keep you posted.
We're learning more about the cause of Jimmy Buffett's death.
That's right. Buffett died Friday, years after beginning a battle against a rare form of skin cancer. ABC's Andrew Dimbert explains.
Heading out to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show.
It's been 50 years since Jimmy Buffett wrote Come Monday, a song about missing the woman who would become his wife as he headed out for a Labor Day weekend concert. And this Labor Day weekend, a tribute band performing that very song in his honor on Long Island.
It's an end of an era. Parrot heads are really going to be suffering.
Buffett's biggest fans, known as Parrot Heads, saying goodbye to the Margaritaville maestro who died Friday at the age of 76.
We lived Jimmy, we breathed Jimmy. Jimmy, I know, touched a lot of lives, definitely touched my life. He was just a beautiful soul, man.
Key West, Florida, a place he helped define. More than 2,500 taking part in a parade held in his honor.
Margaritaville is totally right here in Key West, and Jimmy put it on the map, and every day we live that.
The tributes coming as we learn more about his death. His family sharing a statement Sunday saying Buffett died of Merkel cell carcinoma, a rare form of skin cancer. The Mayo Clinic says long-term sun exposure may increase someone's risk of developing Merkel cell. The family says the singer had been battling the disease for 4 years and continued to perform as he received treatment. Buffett played his last show in early July. Fans setting up memorials near many of the Margaritavilles that help fuel Buffett's wealth and enduring popularity.
Jimmy was a great guy. It was all about love and spreading love.
One last 5 o'clock toast to the poet of paradise. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
All All right, time now, 5:43, 79 degrees.
Labor Day has a holiday reputation with a work-based history. Up next, why the number of new jobs and unemployment are unexpectedly high in the latest job report. In your morning consumer headlines, Apollo Imports is recalling some of its electric scooters due to a potential fall hazard. So according to Consumer Product Safety Commission, the recall includes the Apollo Phantom V1, V2, and 60V electric scooter models. The affected models were sold between June of 2021 and May of this year. The CPSC says the bolt used to secure the front wheel and suspension assembly can become loose over time and break. The CPSC says consumers should stop using the recalled scooters immediately and contact the company for a free replacement bolt.
The FDA, Food and Drug Administration, warning 3 different baby formula makers about code violations. It says inspectors found significant code violations at the facilities over the past several months. Companies involved are By Heart Incorporated, Reckitt Mead Johnson Nutrition, and Perigo Wisconsin LLC. The FDA says it supervised each company over the last year as they conducted recalls of formula that would potentially contaminate it. But regulators say these company warning letters do not mean families should throw away or avoid these products. The FDA says it's not aware of any formula on the market that has been contaminated. One new government jobs report just released gives us a new look at who's working, who's not, and what this could mean for interest rates that we're all paying.
CNN's Emily Schmidt breaks down the numbers from Washington.
Labor Day weekend has a holiday reputation with a work-based history. And this Labor Day weekend, the White House touted new job data.
America is now one of the strongest job-creating periods in our history.
Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released numbers showing 187,000 new jobs added in August. Unemployment, rising to 3.8%, was a bit higher than expected. The numbers come as the Federal Reserve weighs whether to continue to raise interest rates to curb inflation.
This is a good jobs report. This is what you'd want to see if you're looking for a soft landing.
The jobs report says nearly 63% of the population are part of the workforce, the highest since the pandemic started.
People are coming off the sidelines, getting back to their workplaces. Job satisfaction is higher than it's been in 36 years.
The president credited so-called Bidenomics, even though a CNN poll released in early August found 63% of Americans disapproved of the president's handling of the economy. Friday's job report showed 17,000 jobs lost during ongoing Hollywood strikes. Transportation and warehousing lost the most jobs of any industry. But across the country,
we do need drivers.
Jobs are available.
I think when someone sees a big giant yellow bus and 50 kids in the back, it's very intimidating.
They're hoping for recruits to take a place in next month's jobs report. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
5:49 on this Labor Day Monday. There are a little bit of cars on the road there, but I know later throughout the day, it's going to be busy. A lot of people coming back from the coast, so I'm sure 37 heading northbound will be busy. So if you are traveling or heading back home today, please be safe.
Absolutely. And, you know, wherever you're going to be out and about, it's going to be hot around South Central Texas, you know, not feeling like the unofficial end to summer by any means. And even this morning, we're starting off in the upper 70s around San Antonio. Good morning in Bulverde, where it's 78 degrees, 81 in Castroville, 81 in Converse, 80 in New Braunfels, 75 in Kerrville, and 72 in Los Maples. It is humid outside right now. Dew points are well into the 70s, oppressively humid. But this afternoon, we are going to see dew points fall off a bit, so it's going to feel more pleasant in the afternoon. Even though it's going to be hot, there will not be high humidity, so the heat index will not be an issue this afternoon. Then we see the humidity build back in overnight, and we'll start off the day tomorrow with humidity as well. In your KSAT 12-hour forecast, whatever you're doing this Labor Day, it's going to be toasty. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies through the early morning hours. Then skies will start to clear around 10 when it'll be in the low 80s. And then in the afternoon, temperatures are going to be in the 90s. By 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when we'll hit our high 100 degrees for the 68th time this year in San Antonio. Here's a look at those metro areas highs: 99 in Boerne, 99 in Bulverde, 102 in Bandera. It's going to be 101 in Devine, 102 in Floresville, 102 in in Nixon Smiley, and 99 in Uvalde. Friendly reminder that grass fire danger remains high today, and a lot of people are going to be out and about. There is a very high risk for fire, so keep in mind no campfires or burn piles today. I know it's a holiday, but seriously, no campfires or burn piles. Avoid using tools that create sparks. Dispose of cigarettes properly. That is a big one too. Do not drag trailer chains and do not park vehicles on the grass, especially on those areas where the grass is a little bit higher. That's one way that fires can really start to spread. In the weather setup across the nation, there's some rain for areas like Utah, Idaho, the northern Rockies, but that's about it for the nation. Otherwise, most of the nation is going to be hot. There's a small low pressure system near Dallas, which is experiencing a little bit of rain, but that is quickly going to be moving off to the north and to the east. If you're traveling around Texas today, maybe some isolated rain along 40 from Houston to Dallas and from San Antonio to Houston along I-10 possibly, but this is some bad news, okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what it is. That heat high is going to be moving over Texas in the week ahead, which means dry weather and hot weather for us for the full first week of September. And you can see that temperatures are going to be near 100 degrees every single day, even seeing our temperatures go up by a couple of degrees early next weekend. Now, take a look at the forecast through the extended period. Again, triple digits, no real rain chance for us. If you're curious about the tropics, I'll have an updated look at the tropics, which are starting to heat up ahead of the peak of Atlantic hurricane season. So those details ahead for you in just a bit.
Maybe some rain in our future, deeper into hurricane season.
The sigh was telling.
I hope that we get some rain next week, but it does not look good for this upcoming week, unfortunately.
All right, thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 5:53, 79 degrees.
Take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 5, 7, 1, Fireball 9, Daily 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, Fireball 2.
Love the 444 aggression. All right, cash 5, 2, 10, 15, 28, 34. Lotto Texas, 2, 18, 37, 39, 52, 54. Here we go. Did you play?
No.
All right, for those who did, good luck and congratulations. Powerball, 25, 38, 42, 66, 67. Powerball 19, Power Play 4. Good luck, we'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up, the latest on the story. You've also been covering the situation at Burning Man. Thousands of people are stranded after monsoon rains turned the desert into mud. The conditions this morning as authorities investigate one death. And the urgent manhunt for a convicted killer who escaped from a Pennsylvania prison. Authorities released surveillance video they believe to be him outside of a home. Plus, we have your back to school checklist. Our experts are helping both parents and kids get ready to head back to the classroom. It's all coming up right here on GMA.
And don't worry, we're not going to GMA just yet. Ahead in our next half hour of GMSA, 16-year-old tells us a weight lifted off her shoulders after the Crown Act became law over the weekend, what it means for so many across the state, at schools and in workplaces. Plus, an emotional tribute to the mother of a Robb Elementary shooting victim. That's still ahead, all before 7 a.m. And up next, lawmakers on Capitol Hill racing to avoid a possible government shutdown by the end of September. We're going to explain what is going on in just a few moments before we head to break. Roads are clear right now. We know a lot of people traveling, a lot of people trying to run errands, a lot of people putting the brisket on the grill. If anything pops up on the roadways, we will keep you posted.